Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
Credit to Daryl Mitchell because he had that. He wanted to be that guy because he had fought hard. Things didn't go his way. But when he had a sniff of that victory, he made sure he didn't leave it for anybody. He wanted to be that guy to finish the game for them. Those 2 sixes in the last over obviously tells you the kind of positions he got into, also mentally to be ready to tonk that ball because he didn't overhit it. He timed it beautifully, and a great inning. And we'll remember this innings for a long time. In 2015, it was I forgot his middle order batsman's
Grant
name.
Elliot?
How can you forget the name?
2015, not
Remember the
Carlos
name.
Brathwaite, not Carlos Brathwaite.
Oh, okay.
When,
Sorry.
when
You
New
talking
Zealand
about
beat
Grant
South
Elliot?
Africa, when New Zealand beat South Africa in that humdinger of a semi-final in 2015.
Are you talking about Grant Elliot?
Grant Elliot, that's right. Grant Elliot in 2015, and today it was Daryl Mitchell, for New Zealand. A couple of unknown names, but it'll be very interesting to see what he does in an IPL auction very soon.
Oh, yes, of course. If you see, that's a good point. Right in the beginning, though, it was, Wood was rushing the ball to him. He couldn't really get it off, even outside the circle. Ajay, he was really struggling with his timing. But it's great that he stuck around, as what DK says, because today their batting lineup was not as long. They made that trade-off earlier in this tournament. I think sometimes when you are trading a batter for a bowler, your batters almost then tend to take a little more responsibility. Is that it? Because it's like, one sec, we don't have that many people to leave it to.
Yeah, I always feel that. I mean, when you had 7, 8 batsmen in a side for a 20 over game, you invariably don't end up using most of your batsmen. And even when you have 7 or 8, once a couple of wickets are down, then you start playing differently anyway. So might as well, give more responsibility, and they feel more comfortable and they believe that, they have to do it. There's nobody behind you. So you approach it differently. I mean, not that either one of those tactics are right or wrong, but, I've always believed that, the fewer the batsmen in the side, the better that you get out of your players. And because you never use your entire batting lineup. Once in 10 games is when you use your number 7 and 8. I mean, today is a great example. I mean, look at that England side. You have, Ian Morgan, who worked in for a couple of balls, or and that's on a day where
Ian Morgan walked it at 7. He was 4 for 2. He played 2 balls, and he walked it at number 6. Sorry.
Yeah. So somebody
And
like
there was
him,
still Billings and Vokes still to go.
so
Billings
you
still to come.
still had Billings, who was a pure batsman. So you never end up using your batsman. But yes, I know. I mean, there have been a couple of wins here and there where the 7th or the 8th guy wins you that one game. And every game you are short of that one bowler. So I've always been a believer, and I still believe that bowlers have a role. Even if they have a bad day, they still have to go out there and finish it. Whereas a batsman, when you have a good day, you don't need anybody else in your side. And when you have a good day, and you're hoping when you start a game, whoever's your teammate, you want him to have a good day, right? When he has a good day, so you have no role to play at 7 and 8.
Yeah.
So-
I just want to tell you, Daryl Mitchell, of how good he was. We were just talking about that. 38 of his first 33 balls. And then, of course, changes gears. It was obviously Jimmy Neesham who was contagious, right? And Daryl Mitchell has got 34 of his next 14. So that's the virtue of sticking around on this surface, what he did for his team today. Was there any dew at all that you saw at the end? I know that if there was any dew or any wetness on the surface, it was probably Mitchell's sweat.
I think right at the back end, the last 4-5 overs when you bowled, you could see that there was a bit of dew. That's why they didn't want to go for the Yorker, because that could very much go to a full toss under pressure, and you end up bowling another one. So I think that's where they went into the length ball hard into the wicket. But obviously these batters, one set batter at that stage, and somebody who's very good at the pull shot will find it slightly easy. It worked for Daryl Mitchell very well, the fact that the dew settled in and they couldn't go to their Yorkers. But you got to give credit for him to batting that first 33, 34 balls and not losing or not throwing away his wicket. Trying hard. He played, he was lucky many times. The pull shot didn't go to the fielder, and, he got a couple of top pitch boundaries. His reverse sweep could have easily ended up anywhere. But, that's what you need. Sometimes you need a bit of luck as well in this sport, and you need a bit of luck in life. And he got it today, and he grabbed it with both hands. And most importantly, he's taken New Zealand to a World Cup T20 final, which they've never been in before. So that's great news for New Zealand.